I'm a big guy. I'm heavy.
That's crazy.
I'm fat. I know this. I'm not blind to this, nor have I ever been. But like, I've never looked at it as an identifier, right? Like, I'm black. I'm a man. I'm straight. Like, those to me are like identifiers. I've always kind of looked at it more like a condition, I guess. Like, I'm sick, or like I'm injured, or I'm big back. Like, that's kind of how I've always looked at it. It's always been a condition in my head that, like, even though it's going to take a lot of work, like, I could always bounce back from it, I guess, in some form. It's not an identifier. It's not like a permanent
It's not who
thing.
you are.
Yeah, yeah.
Fat is me. I am not fat.
I bring this up because there are some people arguing over a specific case as if your weight is something that you can be discriminated over, like your race, your gender, your age, your sexuality even. And while it is, I guess, I'm kind of conflicted because it is something that you can change, and it's something that can adversely affect certain situations for sure. Plus size rapper Dank DeMoss is filing a lawsuit against Lyft for discrimination because she was denied a ride from a Lyft driver.
Fam, tell her the car that she ordered. Tell her the car that he had to came and pick her up in.
I forgot. Hold on. Let me pull this. What was it? Go ahead.
It was a Mercedes S-Class.
Yeah, nah.
You think you getting in my two-door coupe and you over 400 pounds?
Absolutely.
What are we talking about here? What are we talking about? You go on an airplane, you're of that size, you buy an extra seat. You go to the movie theaters, you buy that size. You better get the aisle so that nobody sit next to you. You know what I'm saying? If you need to get in a ride share to go somewhere, you order an XL. Now, when you book that ride, and you seen that little tiny ass car, the picture of it that he was getting ready to pull up in, you didn't think, let me cancel this one, get another one.
And
Let me call him, tell him to cancel it so that I don't have, it's not going to be on my account, and then, I can work the situation out. You thought full on well that you were going to squeeze into that coupe.
I have never been that big to where like a car has been an issue, but at the same time, it's a thing. It's a thing. A weight on a car is a bad thing, especially a car as small as that. So like, you do got to look at that situation and be like, okay, yeah, I'm going to cancel and move on to another car.
Like, fam, it's not physically. It's like maybe it's not impossible, but it's more physically daunting on my equipment than what is deemed necessary or reasonable. Like, don't nobody want to go replace an axle after I drive you up the street to wherever you going. Okay.
The guy said something along the lines of like, something was going on with his car on top of it just being a small car. He had like said, I can't find the actual quote, but he had said something was going on with his car to where like he couldn't also just sustain that extra weight. And it was just like, well, if that's actually the case, you probably shouldn't be driving a Lyft. But
he mean for normal sized individuals.
Right. But I guess if something is wrong with your car to that extent, maybe.
No. We are not acknowledging to what extent the extra stress is being put on that car for this particular individual. I've seen her.
Right.
Okay. She's not just, like you said, she's not big boned. She's not big backed. She's the biggest back. She's the final back. Okay. Like, she knows, she understands. This is like a troll for promotion. It has to be. Because
I feel like that too.
There is no fucking way that you have lived your life the way that you are, and you thought that man was going to put you in his car.
Okay. I said what I just said. I don't think this is discrimination. This is not discrimination. This is like literally, hey, my car is too
Because
small,
I think we've already accepted that while it may be a condition and it may be something that gets out of control for people and that they can't help it, it is still something that is maybe it's understood, but it is not completely flipped to where people are going to be changing things about their life to make room for that. Like there are plenty of groups of people that have that face that reality on a daily basis. Unfortunately, morbidly obese people are part of that class. To where, you have to do a little bit extra to get around. You gotta do a little bit extra because it's not. That's just not something that everybody is going to account for, nor are they obligated to do so.
Yeah. I guess Michigan does have some kind of law that, I guess it's their Elliott Larson Civil Rights Act.
Oh my God! Somebody
which
sued
prohibits
over this. Son of a bitch.
discriminatory practices based on religion, race, color, age, sex, height, weight, and familial status. So you can also be
I
discriminated
can't
against for height
physically
as well.
do it. There is a maximum weight that this car can pull. That would be the argument. Like, I physically cannot do it. I would be putting our lives in danger to have you in this car. There has to be a maximum weight capacity for these vehicles. Okay? So if it says that the maximum capacity for 2 passengers is 600 pounds, and I'm already 200-pound man, there's no way. Okay? Can't do it, won't do it. We'll probably tip over going around a sharp turn. So now I have to.
The weight is concentrated in.
You feel me? Like, we're gonna be riding like a goddamn lowrider in this joint. This is really, it's really bothering me that she's doing this.
Shocks, maybe, is what it was. I can't remember. Anyway, yeah, no, definitely not discrimination, and you are probably using this for some sort of promotion.
When you said rapper, that let me know that this was for promotion. Yeah,
you know.
Like I ain't even heard what's dude, big dude, Dave Blunts. I ain't heard Dave Blunt say no shit like this.
That's a fact.
Suing over an Uber.
I'm surprised we never talked about Dave Blunt on this, because that was another thing that I was like, hey man, he's unhealthy. Like, why is he doing all of this?
Well, because people are on top of the authenticity. But I mean, yeah, you're right. He probably should do something different. Eat
he can't perform on stage. This is a problem.
It is crazy. Every time I see him, he's sitting down on the couch.
You know?